Dear Tim and Moby, what are robots? From Jack. That's right, Moby, you're a robot, but you're one of a kind. And by today's standards of robotics, you're pretty sophisticated, for lack of a better word. Nothing. Most robots today may not be as exciting as the walking, talking mechanical people you see in science fiction, but they're still pretty cool. Simply put, a robot is a mechanical device controlled by a computer. Well, I guess they could be your friends, but usually with robots that got much of a personality. Take this guy. Industrial robots like him are used in factories. They can carry out precision tasks over and over without getting tired or bored. And while our arms only got 3 joints, a robot arm may have 10. A robot arm might also can be full 360 degrees of rotation. This is a welding robot. When humans weld metal, they have to wear all sorts of protective gear to prevent accidents. They have to be extremely precise, and their work usually takes a while. Robots can do it just faster and just as well without all the danger. Well, most robots have computers for brains. That means everything they do is pre programmed. So while industrial robots are great at the jobs they're programmed for, they can't really do anything else. They're pretty inflexible. And some robots don't even have brains at all. They're known as remote robots or puppet robots, and they're commonly used to explore places we can't go. This guy is called Canadarm2 that is part of the International Space Station. The arm is 60 feet long, can lift more than 100 tons, will even has a special hand attachment for precision work. Says both hands have a grasping tools, Canadarm isn't anchored in place. It can move like a right side of the space station, kind of like an inchworm. All of its movements had to be controlled by astronauts inside the station. That's true. Researchers are working on artificial intelligence or learning computers. If the computers can learn the way that people do, they'll be able to do new things without special programming. Kismet is an early attempt at such a machine. She's programmed to learn by observing people, kind of like how babies learn from their parents. She can pick up new facial expressions and tones of voice that weren't programmed into her. And this guy's name is Pino, after Pinocchio. He actually taught himself to walk through trial and error. Yeah, I guess that these guys could be your friends, but Pino lives in Japan and the kids is at a museum. Don't worry, there are dozens of other types of robots. And some of them are simple, like our Vatic vacuum cleaner, because it feels its way along by bumping into things, because sensor help with divorce stairs and other drop-offs. Other robots are query air complex like this unmanned aircraft or drone. It may look like a plane, but it doesn't have a pilot. And sometimes drones are controlled remotely by people. And sometimes they're programmed to carry out complicated missions with a little human involvement. They can fly over a forest fire so as to know how fast it's moving and where it's headed. They can be equipped with sensors and detecting precious minerals as well as oil and gas in the ground below. And the military uses drones to spy enemy forces and deliver bombs. Yep, we're in the dawn of a whole new era of robotics. Robotic engineers are working microscopic machines called nanorobots. These machines can be constructed from individual molecules and measure less than a millionth of a meter across. Nanobots might help us deal with diseases and other problems. They could travel to the bloodstream, detecting and killing cancer cells without damaging healthy tissues, or engineer contraptions to clean up the pollution at the microscopic level. Nanobots will make a swarm of buildings and fix tiny cracks before they grow bigger. No, all is still pretty long way off, and a decade or two at the very least.